There's a new Godzilla movie came out by Toho, which is I heard it's pretty good, and it's called Godzilla Minus One. And I know I never tell you guys about I'm a huge Godzilla fan, or should I say Kaiju Monster fan. Yeah, I'm a fan of Toho too. They're great. Well, my introduction for Toho was basically James Rolfe, also known as Angry Video Game Nerds videos about Godzilla videos. Also his marathon of Monster Man is called Godzilla-thon. Was amazing. But since there's a new Godzilla movie came out, and if you wanna, and I think I'm gonna say is this. If you want to start this movie, I should say you should watch the original Godzilla movie first, 1954. That's the date, right? 1954. I hope I'm right. So, this movie is basically one of the first of its kind of the Toho monsters. And basically, this movie, first time I watched it, it wasn't what I expected. It was depressing and dark, but also pretty good. And of course, it's a black and white movie, and I know lots of people in this generation doesn't like black and white movies, and I know they're kind of a colorless and no pace. They're slow paced, but you should give them a chance. These black and white and colorless movies are cinema's first step for being an art. I think they were art before, but they're getting much better. They were always good, like you should give them a chance. If you want to start the black and white movie, I'll say since we're getting close to Christmas and New Year, I'll say It's a Wonderful Life. It's a great film, an amazing film, starring James Stewart, of course. Anyway, let's get to the Godzilla. This movie is basically about a nuclear accident caused to create a monster, which turns this reptile animal to giant monster known as Godzilla, which also destroys Japan. Of course, this movie is made after one decade after World War II, which is it's gonna be hard to watch if you know what's coming. You know, there's a destruction in the city. And even one of the lines that hit me most is the one woman says with her, talk to her children, says, soon we'll be with your father. That line is devastating me a lot. Like, this isn't what we expected. I mean, I expected when I watched Godzilla, original Godzilla. Of course, I watched the 2014 remake of the start of the MonsterVerse first, unfortunately. Yeah, I feel bad I didn't start with this one. But what makes it also good? The human character, especially the Dr. Serizawa, is the most important character in this movie. Basically, he delivers the one haunting line and stuck with me. Talk to his friend. We human beings are the weak animals. That line stuck with me still after I watch it. I mean, we are the weak animals, to be honest. We giving destruction to the world. And this movie gives a great message. And also, the ending, I'm not gonna spoil, but the ending was the one that make me tear up a little bit. One of the scientists says, like, he's like talking to the audience. He says something like, if we continue this nuclear tests, there will be another Godzilla appear somewhere in the world again. It's like a message to scientists and the government themselves about never use nuclear anymore. Don't use nuclear. You cause destruction of humanity and our planet. And of course, this is the similar message I feel like A Night to Remember, which is I did a review back then, this year, which is the one the character says, I wish we had a more raft to say more people. And maybe the captain, maybe the ship would have been go carefully near the iceberg. Something like that. It's a similar type of messages, you know. And back then, those black and white movies gives a more important message. Like I said, these are cinema's first brilliant steps about giving some great messages. But if you still don't want to do it, I can't force you. Do what you gotta do. And of course I can talk about the Godzilla himself. or herself. No, it was a him. It was a male, I think. It was a costume guy. It was a costume guy. Basically, there's a guy inside a costume who goes walking so slowly and destroyed all the miniatures he saw. This is the very different technique than the 1933 very first King Kong movie, and the sequel, Son of Kong, also was released in the same year. What? You don't know there's a sequel? Wow. I was expecting more from you. I was just kidding. It's normal. I didn't know it either. Till I watched James Rolls' Monster Madness again. They used stop motion, but in the Godzilla, they did an actor in the costume destroy miniatures. But in King Kong, they used stop motion. Can you guys imagine the first Godzilla movie was in stop motion too? In Japanese style? That would have been interesting. But anyway, like I said, this movie was brilliant. I like it. Even though it has some darker moments and is a bit heart-wrenching. I mean, not bit, it's totally heart-wrenching. But if you can handle, you should go and see it. Because it's so powerful and a brilliantly done Godzilla film. Well, about my rating, I'll say 5 oxygen destroyers out of 5. Because it's that good. It is that great. Well, thanks for watching my review, and I hope I can able to watch Godzilla -1 in theater if I can find a local theater plays it. Usually we play our theaters on the shopping malls. Not anymore. There's no theater saloons anymore. They show it in shopping mall. I hope I can find one. I can watch it on big screen and I'll let you know what I think about it. So, take care. And watch for reptiles.